No matter where you are in the world, if you're Australian and things go wrong, there's always one place you can turn. The Embassy. Tonight on the show,
I blew it with a simple word.
he was frog-marched off the plane for dropping the B word.
They made me sign a piece of paper. I have no idea what it says.
Airport officials all over the world take this sort of stuff very seriously.
Has Jason signed his life away?
It's the first time I've heard of any circumstance like this before.
Aussie boys abandoned by their mum and left to fend for themselves.
We have never gone to school in our whole lives, and our dad is in prison.
The case that rocked the Bali consulate.
We have to help them because they are Australians and they're stuck in this country illegally.
My dog ate my passport.
She said she's lost a few pages.
And will Puppy Bo's snack cost Bella big time? Bali, Indonesia. Australia's #1 Asian holiday destination. More than 1 million of us come here every year. Diplomat Tom Walter is on his way to work to the Australian consulate. He's about to take on the strangest case of his career.
We've got two boys dealing with abandonment by their parents here in Indonesia. It's the first time I've heard of any circumstance like this before.
This is 18-year-old Aiden, and this is his younger brother, Jackson. They were born in Sydney and brought to Bali by their mum, but she walked out on them 3 years ago.
Our mother has abandoned us, and our dad is unavailable. He's in prison. Our father is Indonesian, born in Java, and our mother is Australian.
I guess my family was like kind of normal until like my dad went to jail, and then after that everything kind of went to a weird
Fell
change.
apart.
Yeah.
With their father in the slammer, their mum struggled to cope. She simply took off. They've been hiding from the authorities ever since.
We have to help them because they are not Indonesian, they are Australians and they're stuck in this country illegally.
Antoinette, the mum of Jackson's ex-girlfriend, decided to bring the boys here.
My immediate reaction when I first heard the story was, my God, you realize you're illegal here, that you can be cornered anywhere and nobody could defend you.
She's hoping Tom can help.
Hi guys. I've got a bit of background, but I'm a little unclear on exactly what the situation is.
Our mother has mismanaged our entire, all of our documents, and so currently we are overstayed. So we shouldn't be here in Indonesia. And we would like the Australian government's help to allow us to go back to Australia.
Do you know when you came to Indonesia?
I was like 4 years old when I came here.
So we have about 8 years of overstay.
You've got 8 years of overstay?
Yes, at least.
Overstaying your visa in Indonesia is a really serious matter, especially if you're talking around 8 years. There's a very good chance that these boys could be picked up, face jail time, go before the courts and the media.
Parents are out of the picture.
Out of the picture.
But you have family here in Indonesia and in Sydney.
We've been living with our uncle for the last couple months.
You're going to school and things like
No,
that?
we have never gone to school in our whole lives. Because our mother has a worldview about education that is opposed to what we should have had.
No schooling or visas. Abandoned and illegal. Tom needs to make sure the neglect ends now and find a way to get them home to Australia.
Do you think that they would detain us?
That's definitely a possibility.
Bangkok, Thailand. Who says you can't nap in an embassy waiting room? 45-year-old Jason is doing just that after being frog-marched off his flight home from Bangkok by Thai security guards.
I had a good time and I blew it with a simple word.
That word was bomb.
Okay, so Jason, what's been going on?
I get onto the plane, I sit down, and the girl next to us, I don't know if it was her ringtone or whatever it was, and it was Tom Jones' Sex Bomb. Do you know that song?
Yep,
Sex Bomb, Sex Bomb.
I'm a fan of that one, yeah.
Well, and I've gone, oh, you can't say bomb on a plane.
Who knows what he said or how he said it? What is clear, he dropped the B word and it blew up in his face.
Next minute, there's 2 rows of police the whole way down the plane. There must have been 60 on the plane. They're behind me, they're around me, and they get up. Get up. No, why? What's going on? Get up, get off the plane. And they're going for guns, and that was when it hit me. These guys think I'm a terrorist. I'm in big, big trouble here. It's gonna be
Scary, very scary.
It was pretty scary, you know.
These are photos taken just after Jason was escorted off the plane. And it gets worse.
And they made me sign a piece of paper. I have no idea what it says. You know, I've seen shows like you just don't do that.
Jason signed his name to a document that's in Thai he doesn't understand. He could be signing for something minor, like causing a public nuisance, to something really extreme, like being a terrorist.
Let's be strategic in the way we write this email, really lay out the background.
Tom and Consular Officer Agus are drafting an email to Indonesian immigration.
And highlight the fact that these guys, you know, one is an adult now, the other is a minor, and this is due to the decisions of their parents.
Their goal is to try and keep Aiden and Jackson from being interrogated and jailed.
There's every chance that Indonesian immigration are going to hear Aiden and Jackson's story and be in complete disbelief. I mean, how is it that Indonesian immigration did not know about these cases for 8 years?
Word our conversation with immigration that it's not their fault.
They need Indonesian officials to see that the boys are the innocent victims here. Their mother lives in Bali, somewhere, but they haven't seen her for years. She's made no effort to contact them, and they have no phone number for her. No idea where she is.
It's really hard to understand where the parents are coming from on this. I mean, I'm a dad. I've got 2 little children, a little boy and a little girl. I have a 3rd child on the way. I mean, they're your kids. How do you just cut that link?
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required. Download Veely now.
This is where Aiden's been living for the past few months. On the floor at his Indonesian uncle's house.
And this is generally the mat that I'm sleeping on here.
As an illegal Aussie, the 18-year-old is stranded with no future in Bali.
With no job, no education, no way to get a job, no way to be an adult, and feeling really powerless, feeling like there's really no solution.
As hopeless as it seems, he's not giving up. Aiden's determined to educate himself, online.
Today we're going to talk about how aggregate output is determined in the economy.
What I will be doing and trying to focus on is studying, because I wonder if I can pass any university tests in Australia. I'm not sure if I can, because I haven't been to any school throughout my whole life.
He's determined to save Jackson from the same plight.
It's more about saving my little brother, getting him into school, than it is, that's more important than anything else.
What's up?
But 16-year-old Jackson can't even remember Australia, let alone imagine a future there.
My brothers always wanted to leave, but Bali is my home. I'm not fully ready to leave, you know, my friends that are here.
As risky as it is, life on the streets is all he's ever known.
Because like we've all grown up together. They're my true family.
Tom needs to broker a deal with Indonesian authorities quickly and quietly. He knows it could all blow up in his face.
If the media were to get a hold of this, it would be front page news.
In Bangkok, Kirsten needs to know how much trouble her new client, Jason, is in.
Are we able to ring up the airport and find out what it is he actually signed?
This was Bangkok, not so long ago. Terrorism is a terrifying reality, all across Asia.
With all the threats of terrorism these days, airport officials all over the world take this sort of stuff very seriously. So you can bet your bottom dollar, if you drop the B word, you're going to get into trouble.
Oh, if I could go back in time, I would not say what I said, no. I just would have got on the plane, sat down, smiled, and I would have been home 2 hours ago.
Instead, Jason could be going to prison. His sex bomb gag has misfired badly.
First of all, that paper that you signed. Basically, it was disruption to public order. So it was a slap on the wrist. Apparently there was a fine attached to that, but they said, we know that you don't have any money, and they let you go. Jason's a very lucky boy. He's gotten away with a slap on the wrist, but there's another problem now. He's got no money.
I'm just shattered at the moment. I'm gonna be broke in Thailand and sleeping on the streets, I reckon, in 3 days.
Back in Bali,
Okay.
Tom and Agus have been working around the clock.
The consulate to pick up your application form.
When we go through training to become consular officers, lesson number one is never let it become personal. But in reality, it's very hard to do that, especially with a case like Aiden and Jackson.
After countless emails and phone calls, Indonesian officials have agreed to a meeting with the boys and the consular team.
Hi.
We've just received a call from immigration to let you know that they have advised that you and Jackson come to immigration early
Tomorrow?
Yes.
I'll get my brother and we'll be ready.
Yeah, cheers.
It's the news Aiden's been waiting for.
That really happened.
He's hoping immigration will agree to deport him and his brother immediately and not send them to jail for overstaying their visas. For Aiden, Australia is a lifeline. Because he's here illegally, he can't get a job. He has no future. But Jackson, facing the very real prospect of leaving his friends, is running scared.
I don't know where Jackson is right now.
If the boys don't front up tomorrow, together, this could all spin horribly out of control.
Tomorrow the boys are going to meet with immigration and they have the opportunity to sort out this terrible situation. But they're walking a tightrope and one false slip could end up in jail.
Just got to get it out of my head. There's only one way to do it, and get a good dose of him.
In Bangkok, sex bomb fever has taken hold.
I'm a closet fan of Tom Jones. I've loved him for many years. He's my guilty pleasure.
And here is the sex bomb consular case.
G'day, Jason.
Oh,
How are
okay.
you?
I'm good, thanks.
You're a sod. I've had that song in my head all night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now you're looking a lot more relaxed and rested.
Much better.
Yeah?
Much better.
He's better, but flat broke. Jason needs $400 to get home, but he's got a plan.
I was thinking if you needed painting inside or outside a house, boom, I'm there. Now, rather than pay me any money, all you have to do is use your frequent flyer miles and book me a ticket. Okay?
He's a charmer, But Kirsten's not falling for it.
I am prepared.
This has got to be the craziest scheme I've heard somebody come up with.
All right, I am the best painter in the world, gyprock. I can do anything with gyprock. I can make you an emu out of gyprock. Okay?
What's your second idea? Let's listen to that one.
The second idea is not so good.
Seems option 3 is his only option. Check the bank balance again and hope.
Done. We have a ticket. We are done.
Now that is something to sing about.
Yee! Okay, hello.
At the consulate in Bali, 29-year-old Bella from Sydney has arrived with an urgent problem.
My dog ate my passport, so I'm here to get a new one. I'm not even kidding. He literally ate it. The front cover's completely missing, and the main important page is ripped in half. My actual face is ripped in half.
This is the guilty party, chilling out in the consulate's garden. Bella lives here in Bali, but she's due to fly to Sydney in a few days' time to renew her Bali work visa.
Hi, how are you today?
She hopes Consular Officer Marissa can help sort out her dog's breakfast of a passport.
It's really, really damaged.
It's very damaged.
Yeah.
What happened?
My boyfriend was booking me a flight out of Bali, and he'd left it on the coffee table, and Bowie jumped up and grabbed it. Yeah.
Is the puppy okay?
The puppy's okay. The
puppy's
boyfriend's not.
So the boyfriend's in the doghouse?
Yep, definitely in the doghouse.
Over 10,000 Aussies live and work in Bali. Bella, a hospitality manager, and her boyfriend have been living the dream for the last 3 years. A few months ago, puppy Bo joined the family.
What is it? Is that my sock?
Socks were only the start of Bo's trail of destruction.
Do you have the visa in here? Do you know which is your last visa stamp?
I don't know. There's a few pages missing, but he's ripped a fair bit of it out.
If we can't find that stamp, there's no evidence that she entered the country. Indonesia is very strict with their visas, and they're very stringent. If you overstay, you'll need to pay a fine every day that you overstay your visa. And it adds up very quickly. I'll go and check your passport out.
Okay.
I'll just go and chat to the guys.
Okay,
I'll be back
thanks
shortly.
so much.
Thank you.
Bo's little snack could cost Bella big time. On the other side of the island, it's crunch time for brothers Aiden and Jackson.
This is a big deal. They've been essentially illegal in this country for the last 8 years.
Tom is escorting them to immigration.
This is D-Day for the boys. This is the time when they find out if the trust they've placed in us and the trust that we've asked them to place in Indonesian immigration is going to pay off.
If arrested, they'll be separated. Jackson thrown into juvenile detention, Aiden into maximum security.
They could potentially face detention, imprisonment, going to court, getting a fine, blacklisting from the country. I reckon they're pretty nervous right now.
The brothers are at breaking point. Older brother Aiden is sure they're doing the right thing, but Jackson just doesn't want to leave Bali.
I honestly feel like I can't leave right this second, jump the boat,
But we have Australian passports, so we should be, we got to be back to Australia where we can work legally. And here we can't work legally. We can't do anything here legally.
What if we were able to convince them to just make us an Indonesian passport?
We want to be deported.
Okay, we got it.
It's in our best interest. It's in our best interest to be deported. We are going to be deported no matter what.
If the boys don't calm down and play ball, they'll risk jeopardising the whole operation.
We are completely beholden to immigration at this time. Whatever they decide is going to change Aiden and Jackson's lives forever.
At the consulate,
What are you doing? Dude, we're at the embassy. Get out. Come on.
Puppy Bo is getting himself into more trouble.
Come on, behave yourself.
Cooling off in the fish pond.
Get out.
Hey guys, I've got a damaged passport. She said that the dog ate her passport.
Marissa and her team are examining the evidence.
So it's quite damaged.
They've got to find the one thing that can save Bella from immigration hell. Her visa page.
But if I can just get you to have a flick through and just see if we can find the visa in there.
Dude, get out. Come on.
Bo may have cost Bella the right to work and live in Bali.
Just get out. No.
She said she's lost a few pages, so the doggy may have swallowed them. It could be in the puppy dog's belly.
If her visa is in his stomach, Bella won't be able to fly out tomorrow. That means overstay fines, deportation, and even blacklisting.
Check out the puppy dog marks. Is there any drool on there?
No. Stay. Shake. Don't. Do it on your own. Stop it.
Yeah, he was like, oh, that's my owner.
That's my boss.
So not every page is in there.
It turns out that the one page Bo chose not to eat is the page Bella needs most.
But this bit is still like readable.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can just issue her a letter.
Now we've checked out your passport. We're going to issue you with a letter that you can take to immigration, and then they will stamp your new emergency passport, and then you'll be okay to travel. There was a lot of damaged pages in that passport, but lucky enough, one of the pages that the puppy hasn't chewed was the one with the visa in there, so she's very lucky. She will have a small fine to pay when she departs Bali, but the good news is she'll be able to come and go as she likes.
2 days later, Bella received her new emergency passport. And so ends another day in paradise. Sex bomb Jason made it to the airport in time to board his flight.
I'm saying anything on those lines, okay? No.
Enough said. No matter where you are in the world, if you're Australian and things go wrong, there's always one place you can turn. The Embassy. Tonight on the show,
Get into the fucking place!
Aussie boy Aiden's desperate bid to be deported.
Can't get through there.
But his brother Jackson's gone missing.
Immigration need to know where these two boys are at all times.
If he doesn't see Jackson, it's all over.
Can the consulate keep them out of jail?
It'd just be nice if it actually is nice.
Kylie's fairy tale wedding
It's very difficult.
in tatters.
I'm protesting, all right, and I will stay here.
She's threatening a hunger strike.
And Grandma Laurie's airport protest spins out of control.
Is she going to get arrested?
Marissa's last-ditch effort to avert a crisis. The Department of Immigration, Bali. Today is Judgment Day for Aussie teenagers Aiden and Jackson.
Guys, please.
This is Jackson, hoping for the best. In a matter of moments, they both may be thrown in jail for overstaying their travel visas by 8 years.
Our mother has mismanaged all of our documents, so currently we are overstayed, so we shouldn't be here in Indonesia.
It's an extraordinary situation. Their dad's in the slammer in Bali, and their Aussie mum walked out on them.
I mean, they're your kids. How do you just cut that link?
Diplomat Tom Walter is their only chance of getting home safely to Australia. After hours of questioning, Indonesian immigration officers release the boys. But there's a catch.
We haven't got everything we want. They have insisted on taking the passports so they can continue to investigate them. They've essentially placed these boys under house arrest.
You're being asked to stay somewhere else as opposed to being in a jail cell here, which is much preferable.
But it's really important that we stay and don't have it.
Keep this in mind, you are a detainee. You've got to be contactable and they've got to know where you are.
Jail time at their uncle's house, while immigration decides whether they'll be charged, imprisoned or deported.
If you don't abide by those rules, it'll set back the investigation. It could be longer, or it could change what they decide.
What do they investigate? Do they follow us?
They're going to talk with all the witnesses they can find, people that know your parents and know what happened over the last 8 years.
That might take a while though.
The person of most interest is their mum. She's the one responsible for the mess.
They're having to dob their mum in order to explain what's occurred. Who wants to be in that position to talk about your mum in such a way?
When the boys turned themselves in, they also turned her in. She's living illegally here in Bali somewhere, but hasn't contacted the boys for years, and they have no idea where she is. Every year, hundreds of loved-up couples come to Thailand to say, I do. But here at the Bangkok Embassy, weddings mean paperwork, day after day.
If the marriage is recognised legally in Thailand, it is recognised in Australia.
Sales rep Kylie and construction manager Matt found each other 5 years ago on the internet. But it wasn't love at first swipe.
I was literally deleting all these random weirdos. And then he got online and I thought, okay, I'll talk to you while I delete everyone else. And then we met up and he brought flowers. It was very cool.
And now they want to get married on a beach with all the bells and whistles.
We wanted somewhere a little bit different to Australia as well. We both sort of said, well, what do you want? And we both sort of said at the same time, a beach wedding. So it was fantastic. So Thailand, great, give it a go.
The wedding's in 2 weeks' time.
Hello.
But first, the paperwork.
We just want to apply to get married in Thailand.
Have you filled out the start date?
The declaration simply states that neither of them are currently married and that they're both free to get married. It's that easy. An official embassy stamp, and it should be plain sailing.
That's Kylie's documents.
Thank you.
Should be.
So next is the tailor and then the dress.
The bride has a secret dress disaster and she has no idea how to fix it.
Do you know a wedding dress alterations person?
I know a very good dressmaker.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
It's not the job of the embassy to provide fashion advice, but being an Aussie means helping other Aussies in need.
I can get you her details.
I'd be so grateful.
Okay.
I'm not even joking.
The dress Kylie brought over from Canberra was altered at the 11th hour. Now it's a little on the snug side. But the dress might just be the start of their troubles.
So, what are you doing for your ceremony?
We've got elephants and dancers and fireworks.
Their wedding plan is sending off all the wrong signals.
You know that things can go wrong with elephants in Thailand?
How so?
People falling off elephants, elephants going crazy and killing people.
Excellent.
Yeah. Lots of people come to Thailand to ride an elephant. It's on their bucket list. I don't want to be a killjoy, but there are a lot of dangers involved and it's my job to let Australians know of those dangers.
Elephants could spell wedding disaster.
So good luck.
Bride-to-be, beware.
Can't get through.
In Bali, 16-year-old Jackson's gone AWOL.
His phone's been off for 3 days. Yeah, I think he doesn't know the actual, he doesn't really understand the gravity of the situation.
It becomes serious if immigration come calling and Jackson's not there. Immigration need to know where these two boys are at all times because they are illegal in this country.
Aiden's been caring for his brother ever since their mum abandoned them. But now he has a rebel on his hands.
If there's a time to be a perfect person who doesn't make any mistakes and who's this is the time.
At the consulate, Agus has finally heard back from immigration. The news will change the boys' lives forever.
Hi.
So look, Aiden, immigration has come up with a decision. They have decided to deport you, so you and Jackson.
That's wonderful.
Immigration officers were unable to locate the boys' mum, but they were able to verify their story.
The good news is they will not put any blacklist against you. So that means that you can still come back to Indonesia at any time without any problems.
That's wonderful. You have no idea how excited my brother will be.
Immigration have been able to verify the boy's story. Mum is still missing, but an aunt in Australia has come forward and agreed to pay for the boys to come home.
It's a massive win, but the consulate has no idea Jackson has broken bail. It's been 3 days since Jackson disappeared.
Aiden.
And his brother is furious. The young rebel was supposed to stay here, under strict house arrest.
Call. Never happened. Message.
That's not true.
So where you been?
I'm not like someone who just disappeared, never come back again.
Yeah, but we did wonder if you died or not.
Oh, yeah.
Really. But you were gone for so long and had no contact.
It's 3 days. I'm only gone for like almost a whole
Yeah, and what
week.
if something happened? What if we need to go? And we're supposed to be under house arrest. You got to think about other people and how they might be concerned about where you are, and because maybe they have good news.
Yeah.
Or there might be really good news.
So what's the good news then?
The good news is that we're not getting blacklisted, not getting fined, and we can come back anytime we want, like right after. And the ticket is on Monday to Australia.
It's not the response Aiden was expecting. For Jackson, the news is bittersweet. Home is where the heart is. And for Jackson, that means Bali.
I've been at a friend's house who is a girl. Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to stay.
But Jackson and Aiden are Aussies, not Indonesians. They've grown up wild, with no parents, no schooling, and no valid visas. They need to get home to Australia. Bangkok, Thailand. Far from home for Aussie bride Kylie, who was trying to save a dress that fits in all the wrong places.
When this is done up at the back, this comes out like that. So this is wrong because I don't really want my boobs on display like that. This is not right.
Yeah. And how?
Is that something you think you can do?
It's very difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's relatively straightforward to make a dress smaller, but making it bigger is a big ask.
This would be the first thing in my wedding that I actually want.
A wedding gown is much more than just a dress.
I've been a bride. I know that feeling that you want everything to be perfect, and she wants to be the princess for the day. That's every bride's dream, I think.
It'd just be nice if it actually is nice.
Monday evening, Bali. And this is the moment Aiden's been longing for. His dream of getting home to Australia is just hours away from coming true. But of course, there's a hitch. Jackson's gone missing, again.
Jackson, you need to come now. Meet you there. No, Nonette said no.
No, you have to come here.
Here's Nonette. Okay,
Jackson, you really need to come here. Oh, Jackson, where are you right now? Oh, Jackson.
Gonna be 7.
7:45.
Because our immigration guy's gonna be there. He's gonna be, if he doesn't see Jackson, it's all over.
Unless Jackson shows up, immigration will not release their Australian passports back to them. The consulate's deal to get them safely deported will be voided. And both kids could end up in the slammer.
We're on the way. There's gonna be an immigration guy at 8 p.m. with our passports, okay? We're about to get there, but what I'm saying is, Jackson, be prepared. Yes, going to international departures. We're really here. I'm excited to go. Let's go. It's so big and so real. A little bit overwhelming, this place. It's like a cathedral.
Departure is just so close, yet so far away.
Where are you now? I don't care what the cops said or what the people here said. Get here right now, somewhere where we can see you, okay? The end of a departure lane. Get into the fucking place!
At Denpasar Airport, Aiden
we need to be there.
has been reunited with baby brother Jackson in the nick of time.
Go on. Go. Put your bag in. Put your bag in there. Come through.
Sorry.
This is your passport. What's your name? What's your name?
Jackson, that's Jackson, my brother. He's on the phone with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
This explains everything. Jackson is having trouble letting go. There's the girlfriend, his missing mother, and the only life he's ever known.
All right. Goodbye.
We're making it. We can make it. Me and Jackson. I'm being deported right now, and it's amazing.
The embassy's done it. The boys are finally heading home to Australia. Hello and goodbye. 50,000 passengers travel through Bali airport every day without a hitch.
I want you to tell me that it's my turn next and you're going to fly me home now.
That's not the case for Laurie. She spent the night at the check-in counter because the domestic airline that was supposed to fly her to Jakarta has refused to allow her wheelchair on board.
I'm going to be a bloody big nuisance, I think. I think I already have been a nuisance.
Laurie's emailed the embassy pleading for help.
She was supposed to fly to Jakarta at 6 p.m. last night, and they've refused her entry because they're saying that the electric wheelchair is a dangerous good. So if I can just get you to call the airport and find out why the electric wheelchair is a dangerous good.
Laurie's wheelchair has been her lifeline since she was disabled in a car accident 15 years ago.
I love my wheelchair. Just that sense of freedom and independence that you can just go anywhere and do anything.
Well, just about anywhere. She can't fly to Jakarta, where her adopted son lives.
Spending time with my son, seeing my 5 grandchildren in Jakarta.
Family's the focal point of most consular cases. This is what's causing all the chaos and heartache. The battery inside Laurie's electric wheelchair.
Hello, Laurie?
Hello?
Unfortunately, an electric wheelchair cannot be flown domestically anywhere in Indonesia.
But that's not okay. They cannot say that they will not fly disabled people.
I know, but you need to understand and respect their rules.
They need to understand and respect the fact that this is my leg.
The airline has offered Laurie a non-electric wheelchair, and Marissa has come up with a travel plan for the battery.
We can help you arrange for the battery to be couriered from Bali to Jakarta.
I know when I've tried to send things in Indonesia and every single time they've gone missing, so I'm not happy to do that.
I can see that she thinks the battery is safe, but we do need to respect the laws of another country, including their aviation laws. And unfortunately, if that means that this battery is not allowed on that plane, then we need to respect that.
Thank you so much for your help. Bye.
Laurie's not happy. She's decided to stage a protest.
I'm protesting, all right, and I will stay here.
Her message is simple. It's not okay to treat disabled people this way.
This is not just about me. There's so many people that use these wheelchairs.
The Aussie dream means something different to everyone. For Aiden and Jackson, it means this.
Good morning, Australia. Here I am in a freezing cold morning. Just organizing my room and yeah, about to go out and start my day. So it is school holidays, so I have a lot of homework.
Jackson and Aiden are living in Sydney.
Oh yeah, right. The weirdest thing that I found when we first got here, it's that all of the water is drinkable. Straight from the tap.
I'm gonna eat breakfast. Probably the most Australian breakfast there is. Wheat biscuit? No, it's normally wheat bix, but we just went to Aldi's and we got, yeah, so it's a wheat biscuit.
They still haven't heard from their mum, but they're safe at last, under the care of their Australian auntie.
Where are you going?
Going to the job centre.
Yeah?
Applying for, I think that I'm going to go there and I'm going to be with a bunch of other young people who are unemployed, and they're going to try to set me up with a full-time job.
Oh, that's cool.
And it seems Jackson's happy to stay. Despite never having been to school, he's in the top quarter of his class. Aiden's at TAFE studying for his HSC equivalent, and he works in a bar part-time. Laurie's electric wheelchair protest has gone viral.
Well, another night in the airport.
Message from the New Zealand Embassy just alerting us if we hadn't seen it already.
Oh no, well, what did she say?
She's threatening a hunger strike and she refuses to accept their answer.
Laurie's social media posts are becoming increasingly desperate. She recorded this on her phone.
It's not just me. I think all my friends in wheelchairs that just will not even try to travel to the places they want to go to because they know they're going to get treated like this.
Tom and Marissa call in to check on her welfare.
You need to consider your own welfare, and staying at the airport is not healthy.
Honestly, at this stage, I don't care at all about my welfare. I care about them doing the right thing and getting me to Jakarta.
Laurie's in good health, but she's playing a dangerous game in a foreign land.
There is a distinct possibility that the police would become involved here. Airports are not public places. No one has the right to just stay in an airport.
Could this become a criminal matter? Is she going to get arrested?
It really depends on the airline or the airport.
Khao Lak Beach, Thailand. And Kylie's magical day has finally arrived. She's wearing the dress of her dreams, and it fits in all the right places. The fairy tale is back on. Leading the bridal party is Matt's daughter, Mary. And there's the blushing bride. The elephants behave themselves too. Only in Thailand. Now for the vows.
Do you take Kylie to be your married wife?
I promise to think before I speak, and to smile when you take photographs. This is my solemn vow to you today, as I marry my best friend.
I, Carly, take you, Matt, to be my husband. This is my vow to you as I marry my best friend.
Matt, you can now put the ring on Kylie's finger. Congratulations and God bless you.
Who said dreams can't come true in paradise?
1, 2, 3.
Chok de krap means good luck in Thai. And in Bali, there's more good news. Against the odds, Laurie's hunger strike has worked.
Thank you so much.
Guru has just agreed to fly Laurie to Jakarta.
With the wheelchair?
With the wheelchair.
And the battery?
And the battery.
Oh, great.
Having my first food in 4 days.
The sweet taste of success.